2, White Boy of the Year podcast. We've got the one and only Rich Tyson with us today. So should be interesting. We're going to go all different places. We'll be around the world and back, bouncing around different things. Excited to have you here, man. I know you've got your hand in so many different things too. See you around town, all different places.
Try it.
Yeah, man, you're on it. So for the people that don't know, I mean, Rich, you've been here, what, almost 3 years now?
Yeah, so it'll be 3 years, July 24th, originally from Rochester, New York. After spending 10 years exporting people from there as a real estate agent, my wife's employer said she could work from home forever. We decided to make this home. And honestly, man, we are thrilled to be here, loving every day of it.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a place to be. And going back to that, I first met you, I think it was through one of the Toyota groups.
Florida Tacoma's group, I think. Yeah. We were the Sarasota contingent.
Yeah, the Tacomas, and I remember just then you're just getting here, kind of getting your feet wet, and just over the last few years of watching you do some of the things you're doing as far as the real estate. You've got your own series. I believe it's the Why Sarasota.
That's it.
I just watched you kind of like blow up and progress like crazy, man. Not a lot of people can do that. They don't, just come into some place and flourish like that. So you've got a good thing going. If you want to tell a little bit about what made you get into the Why Sarasota?
Yeah, so I picked up and moved here from Rochester. I knew 2 people in town. One was another realtor, so there's probably not going to be a lot of business coming out of them, right? Another was a buddy of mine that had moved down the year before that actually lives in the neighborhood. That's how we chose our neighborhood. I figured if he's happy here, we could probably make it work. So when I got here, I mean, doing real estate in Rochester, I did it all through, connections. I was 30, hey everybody, I'm doing real estate, and off it ran, right? So coming down here, I had to figure out how am I going to make my mark, how am I going to build my sphere of influence, and tried a bunch of different things, threw some marketing dollars out there, online leads, those are pretty much miserable to deal with. Your 1 to 3% conversion, it's not building a business the way I wanted to, and conversely, I was answering the question all the time. People, I said, we're thinking about Tampa to Naples, but you got to come here. Well, why Sarasota versus any place else? So after I answered that question enough times, I was, the light went off, and I was like, why don't I proactively answer the question? And in doing so, try to provide value to both the people that I'm featuring, provide it to the community at large that is interested in hearing about what's going on, and then for those that are looking from outside the area that are maybe doing that research about Southwest Florida, where do I go? So why not come to Sarasota? And it's done an incredible job building my sphere of influence, really learning more about the area. Some of my friends that are local say they think I know more about Sarasota than they do now.
Yeah, right.
And it's been an incredible way to connect, meet people. It's resulting in those connections coming back to fruition with business. And on top of that, man, it's just a lot of fun to get out there and highlight interesting people, places, things going on in the area.
Yeah, man, it definitely sounds fun. I mean, we're having some fun with this. It's kind of new. It hasn't been around as long as yours has. It's only the 2nd episode, but it has been fun. A lot of people don't realize there's a lot of moving parts that go into things like this. It's not, you just don't sit down on the fucking couch and talk.
Right.
There's a lot of prep that goes into it, and there's not too many people that can pull it off the way that you did.
Thank you.
I'm trying to get there. We'll fucking get there eventually, but not only that, I mean, it's getting time of year. I know on my way over here, I wanted to beat my horn probably a good fucking 20 times, and you just get past this person, and it's you're looking into a fishbowl, and around 40 mans drooling on themselves riding on the road. So I mean, the weather's turning, so like it does in the fall, the license plates are going to start to change. The roads are going to open up a little bit more. It should be a little bit easier for us, but I mean that's one of the things with everybody coming down here, the infrastructure.
Yeah,
we've got so many roads and too many cars and too many people driving around. So hopefully that'll open up for us to get places more freely, do more things. As far as that goes with your real estate, what kind of changes do you see when the snowbirds or whatever you want to call them when they start to head out of town?
Well, certainly the traffic opens up. It's a little bit easier to get to some places. It's interesting coming from Rochester. The hot selling season up there is spring and summer, right? So my mind was always kind of geared towards, we're coming into the busy season. It's totally opposite down here, because you've got, when all those people are in town, they got their friends, their grandkids, that's when people are in here, they're falling in love, they're like, maybe I should call this place home too. So it's kind of that, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, right? Like I'm not happy to see people leave, but I'm happy to have a little more access to this town that we call home.
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, I can see why everybody wants to be here. This place is incredible. When I first came down and looked at Sarasota, what I liked about it is it had developed enough that there was stuff to do here. It wasn't totally retirementville. But it was undeveloped enough that I knew it was going to make way for new, cool stuff to come in. And with the influx of blue state refugees like myself and other people that are coming from other parts of the country, especially young families, young people that are looking to make a break in Southwest Florida, there's enough room for that development now to cater to those people. So you're seeing awesome things like the new motor aquarium at UTC. Yep. I mean, even the Tesla dealership, right? Which I know you had a bit of sorrow when I jumped ship off the Tacoma. I'll acknowledge that in front of the podcast. I jumped ship in November and went to a Tesla Y, which I do love. I do miss my Tacoma, but I do love my Tesla Y. But you've got all these things that are coming in. You've got the Sugar Champagne Bar coming into downtown, Ocean Prime, you've got Ritz-Carlton residences, you've got these multi-million-dollar condos, and with that, you've got things that are coming in to cater to those people. So this place, I tell people, it just gets better every day, even with the challenges of traffic and the influx of people. I always tell people it's like you can either have the pain of things of attention, or you can have the pain of decline. And coming from Western New York, there's a lot of stagnation and decline, and that's it's not fun when the roads are empty but they're full of potholes, right? So, or you've got a ton of commercial space that's totally empty and vacant, but nobody wants to put anything in there. So, I'll take all of the challenges between hot weather and people on the road down here, man. It's a great place.
Yeah, man. Speaking of that, going back, you created a little bit extra work for me. I had to change your contact in the phone from Tyson Toyota to Tyson Tesla, but
it's a couple letters off, but
still a good buy, man. I love those cars, and don't worry, man, it'll be safe out there. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you, fucking weirdos.
I got the cameras on, so if it does, we'll make it famous.
Yeah, so. Absolutely, man. So one of the things coming in today, I was kind of like, man, what kind of questions do you ask a guy like you? So Mike, really not gonna ask too many questions. Pretty much just talk about life and your experience here since you've been in Sarasota and the life change that it has. I mean, I grew up in New Jersey. Everybody knows it's a shithole.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. And I got my faults too. It's but it's a totally different lifestyle down here. It's things are more calm. See a bunch of dirt and garbage and shit everywhere. We get rent tied every once in a while.
Sure.
But, I mean, that'll push some of the week out anyway.
Yep.
But for you, as far as the lifestyle change, how is it like? How's it affected you and as far as quality of life and for the family?
Dude, so my daughter was 9 when we first came down. My wife is originally from Thailand, so I spent a bunch of time over in Bangkok and other surrounding areas. So we came here. I said to my daughter, I was like, what do you think about this? After 2 days, she's like, well, it looks like Thailand. It's cleaner, and I can read everything. And I was like, okay. I was like, you think you can call this home? She's like, yeah, I think so. But what I have found is the opportunities, especially in athletics for kids down here, is like just second to none, man. So my daughter's doing things like she's playing tennis, she's sailing. She's on the sail team out at the yacht club on the weekends. So like she's doing way cooler stuff than I was doing at her age. She's coming up on 12 this weekend. So
happy birthday to her.
Yeah, thank you. I can't believe I've survived as a parent for 10 or 12 years now. But the quality of life I find, the sun's out every day. And even when you look at that, the forecast is 30% chance of rain in upstate New York. That means it's going to be gray all day, and then it might rain for 30%. Yeah. Down here, it's a 30% chance that a cloud's going to come through. And I laughed. The first time I got a thunderstorm, I'm sitting here, it's raining. I'm on 75, and I can see the sun all the way around me.
Yeah. One side of the street it's raining, the other it's not.
Yes.
And it's very quick. It's in and out.
Exactly.
Cools down that humidity a little bit for us.
Stuff to water the grass. And I tell people, man, Sarasota's a fountain of youth. I run into more guys in their 70s, 80s, 90s that are out riding their bike on the Legacy Trail, lifting weights at the YMCA in the morning. One of my buddies from Rochester, his grandfather I met down here, he's 98. And he's been retired since 1994, and I said, you know, you ever going to move back? He's like, I would die if I moved back. He's like, I can't sit still for 3 months out of the year. So you've got just an energy down here. And what I've also found is that the mentality of people here, nobody feels stuck here.
Yeah.
You get to a lot of parts of the country, it's where they've grown up, their generations, and they're like, well, this is what it is, and this is where the family is, so I guess this is where I got to be. You find an adventurous spirit down here, people that are like, I'm going to try something new, and there's a lot of people have done very well for themselves that are very welcoming to that and looking to extend opportunities to people to help them achieve their goals. So it's been a very big cultural shift, you know, climate shift, taxes shift. There's been a lot to it. That's it's pretty incredible all the way around.
Yeah, what I found, I mean, I've been down here for quite some time, and the big difference for me is the quality of the people. There's not a lot of what ifs or maybes or can'ts. You know what I mean? Kant lives on fucking Won't Street.
Totally.
Kant's never done anything. You run into people down here, and you talk to them, and everybody always seems to have something good going on or something positive. It's not that, well, you know, maybe if this happens, or, well, I don't think I can do that. People here, they just get after it, which brings me to another thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to live. It's great. We've got some decent food for whatever beaches. Number one beach in the country. But as far as the people go, totally different, more fun. Everyone's more lively, and everybody always has something good going on. It's not a bunch of just negativeness, but with that also brings the cost of living, which is a little bit higher than some places.
Totally.
It's the kind of place you move, and if you don't have a set plan or maybe something to ride on or something good going, it's very hard to survive here.
Sure, it can be difficult, sure.
So it's a bit different. It's not like up north where you can just get on the bus or get on the train and go somewhere. So that's one thing that I always tell people when they ask me from back home or other places, like, hey, what's it like? I'm like, don't just come down here on a fucking whim, like, unless you have something going on.
Although I didn't, but
yeah, well, you're a rare breed.
It was sink or swim, right? So I was like, what's the worst that happens if I totally fall flat on my face and I can't get some momentum in my career? I can always move back to New York. I'll come off your floors of the podcast studio before I move back to New York. I'll tell you that right now after being here.
Yeah, man, like one of the things too is like we were talking about moving parts and having a plan and stuff, and how there's so much going on that other people don't see. Like it takes not a village, but it takes a few people to get this shit going. For instance, I saw you at the Cars and Coffee. We kind of did that little funny that funny
that episode will be coming out soon. Yeah.
Can't wait to see that. That one's going to be. I think it was a supermodel in that one or something. But we got all sorts of people. We got the videographers. You got your sound guys. You got people who help you set up, and then the space and everything else. We've got off-camera Alex. I want to bring him in real quick.
Come on, Alex. You gotta come see, show your face to the crowd.
He's one of those guys people never get to see, you know? Like,
I know, exactly.
They look and they just see those two guys sitting here. This guy plays a pretty integral part in getting these things going and helping us out. So, you want to what's up? Oh, man, thanks.
How you doing, man?
Good to see you. Always a good job.
Where should I go?
Off camera, Alex. Just say hi to everybody, man.
What's up, everybody? Let's go.
This
is the white boy of the year.
Let's go. This guy helps us ugly people look better on the camera. So
anything can be fixed and edited. I've learned that over almost 50 episodes of Why Sarasota.
Yeah, man. We also got we got Ben Jacobs in the building. He's sitting in over here. If he wants to come say.
The guy that broke the ice for me, right? Guess number one.
Yeah, man. He popped our cherry over here. So what's up, Ben? So he's here. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but in other things, just in life we see so many so many things change. Like I'm sure you've seen it change much since you got here 3 years ago. I mean, I've watched. I remember fucking Fruitville Road was just all of Fruitville was just cow shit.
Yeah,
you know. Now it's houses, developments. They're looking to cut through and do so much more. They're trying to make the roads wider. I mean, just in all that, man, I've seen it change so much. What are some of the things you've noticed since you've been here? Because
yeah, I mean, well, you have the Motor Aquarium going in, you got the new Tesla dealership, you got new restaurants in downtown, you've got 2 new condo complexes launching between one park, you've got the Ritz-Carlton residences. One thing I will say though that's been refreshing, I made the joke about the potholes in New York, but I literally, when I go back up to my office up there, because I still have an office in Rochester with some agents and my brokerage, I could drive down the street with my eyes closed and I still know where all the potholes are. And one thing I've noticed about down here is that at least the government is trying to be proactive.
Yeah.
In, like look at Clark Road with the whole diverging diamond that they put in. That was a big mess, but now like those things flow, traffic quite nicely, like they've got on University next to UTC. And so they are widening the roads. They are trying to respond to. Now, are there challenges and little, bottlenecks here and there? Of course, when you've got an influx of people, but at least what I see is we pay less in property tax in a lot of places, and it seems to go a lot further. So, from the real estate aspect, I pay less on my house here than I paid in New York, and my house down here is twice the value of that house up there. And it's like I said, I'm still dodging the same potholes in that town, which is unfortunate. And down here, they're widening roads, they're putting in new infrastructure, they're trying to cater to the development that's coming into the area. So is it going to be perfect? No, but I'll take the imperfection of a place that is on the rise, that's got attention, where there's an energy positive, as opposed to a place that's in stagnation and constantly trying to play catch up.
Fucking doom and gloom all winter. It's just sky's just gray. I
just had a client, he and his wife went back yesterday. They were down from Rochester to look at some houses, and they texted me, we knew we were getting back, because as soon as we got it, we could see the clouds. I was like, I said, that's your motivation to get back down here and buy a place with me. So it's, man. But yeah, there is a lot of positive changes going on down here. Even after, the hurricanes that hit us, right? I mean, everybody assumed up north and outside the area, it's going to be devastated for months and months and months. And certainly there are areas that are still rebuilding and putting themselves back together.
Definitely.
But I was shocked at how quickly things got back to relative normal.
Yeah, it bounces back a lot quicker as opposed to a lot of other places.
Yeah.
As far as the tax thing goes too, we're also, our tourism pays for so much here in Florida. So yeah, I bitch about it a lot, but I'm thankful for the people that do come down.
Sure.
We live where a lot of people vacation, so what the fuck's wrong with that?
That's literally the tagline on my stuff, live where others vacation, because I love this time of year. All my friends come down, man, this is great. I'm like, yeah, you can have a place here too, right? There's nothing stopping you. Like my wife says, she's like, being from Thailand, you got one government, right? Mm-hmm. And down here you've got all these individual states, and she says it's so shocking how different, not just climate-wise and all that, but different these places can be all under the same umbrella of the United States. And so we moved here, she's like, sometimes I can't believe I'm in the same country. Like, it's totally different. And you guys, like, guys, it's easy to come on down. Unless you're Canadian, you can only stay like 6 months out of the year. Everybody up north, they can come down and buy a place tomorrow. And hopefully they do and call me.
Yeah, you call Rich for that. But it's definitely a melting pot, man, which is another good thing. It gives it diversity. A lot of things are on the rise as far as what you're talking about. The entertainment here too is also starting to adjust more to, Sarasota was always just looked at as a retirement community, retirement town.
Sure.
You think it's a fucking snooze fest. It's a bunch of, old geezers hitting the fucking golf ball.
Shuffleboard,
making jokes about people's sisters and stuff. Fucking.
That's just you.
Yeah, that's pretty much me. Now, what I've seen, what I've noticed is it's the demographics changing in a little bit because more people are realizing what it is down here as opposed to just being a retirement place.
Totally.
It's becoming more lively. I've been noticing a lot more people in their late 30s, in their 40s are coming around, so that's definitely changing. It doesn't have that old stagnant vibe kind of.
It's not all 55 plus communities, right?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, great, beautiful communities here too. That it's anybody can be here. Is my point. Some of you motherfuckers, we don't want you, but you'll figure that shit out real quick. Usually the summer weeds them out. They come down, they get that humidity, and
Then we send it back up to North Carolina or Tennessee. The halfbacks.
Yeah, go the fuck back home. You know what I mean? But other than that, what do you got coming up that you're looking forward to here in the next few months?
I got some good stuff coming up, man. So I've got the Why Sarasota series.
Yep.
This week I dropped the Lucas Lagoons, who's an incredible resort pool designer. I dropped an episode with him this week. The next episode I'm going to be dropping is my 50th episode of Why Sarasota, which was at
50.
We're at 50. You'll be at the 50th soon, man. Only 48 more to go.
Yeah,
and if you just stay consistent with it, you get there. And people say, how'd you get there? I'm like, just week by week, getting out there, introducing myself, asking people to be a participant. That's gonna be a fun episode. That's with the publisher and editor of SRQ magazine.
Okay. Yeah.
They've been covering this town for 27 years, so we get kind of a longer format discussion with him. We've got Build SRQ.
So like we're just saying, like it's pretty much a melting pot. There's a lot of things going on. The vibe is it's not that old scary old people vibe anymore. It's a more young, lively crowd coming through, and what that brings, the quality people, a lot of fun things. But for you, I mean, we're getting into we're into April, getting ready to go into May. So I know you've been busy. You got anything fun, exciting coming up?
I've always got something fun coming up, man.
Fucking time out, man, because we got some fucking breaking news.
Some breaking news, man. So we are coming up on my 50th episode of Why Sarasota. That is going to be with a kind of a longer format sit down with the publisher and editor of SRQ magazine. They've been covering this area for 27 years, so I felt like I could talk about Why Sarasota. They've been doing this since before social media, the whole nine. So some incredible insights, really thoughtful conversation with him.
It's a great magazine.
It is a great magazine. I've got some good stuff coming up. I've got another series I do which isn't as built out yet, but called Build SRQ.
Okay.
It's interior designers, custom home builders, architects, really showcasing some of the incredible stuff that they're doing.
Any fucking roofers or what?
We've got some roofers out there, especially the big guys like you. And so we've got some good stuff coming up with featuring a couple of those guys.
Okay.
We've got some great listings out there right now. I got a $4.3 million listing at the Boulevard in downtown. That would be a great buy for you. All these roofs you're selling. If that's not your flavor, we got a $3.5 million listing on Siesta Key Midnight Pass. A beautiful single family home. We've got a lot of good stuff going on, man. And of course, the other major breaking news is that we've got this podcast launch here in Sarasota, and I think it's going to totally crush it.
Yeah, man.
Back to you.
I appreciate it. Well, like we said last time, I think we said something about California, but we're not going to say Sarasota, go fuck yourself, but we're definitely going to say San Diego, go fuck yourself. Anyway, other than that, man, I mean, it was good having you on. We really didn't, we kind of went all over the place a little bit. We didn't want to really push the limits.
No, you would never do something like that.
Yeah, I would never fucking do that. Baptism by fire, man.
Exactly.
You know how it goes. The old.
Think of the bravery that I just demonstrated by showing up as the second guest without any track record. He's the bravest of all over here in the corner, being the number one. But number two, I think I'll probably earn some sort of a medal at some point for this.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get you a medal, man. Maybe some fucking cookies. Being the second guest here, we got this shirt here. I want to have you sign it. What we're gonna do is
Sweet.
every week when we have somebody come on,
This will be evidence that you showed up.
Yeah, this is evidence Rich was here, so FBI, CIA, whoever's fucking watching, here he is. Other than that, man, it was a good time. It was good seeing you. Thank you for coming on, brother.
Congratulations on launching this.
Thank you, man.
Look forward to seeing where it goes, man.
You're welcome on any time. We look forward to doing some stuff with you later on down the road. So,
Congratulations. Be well, everyone.
Thanks.